I feel trapped. These three words reflect the pain of many H1B visa holders in the United States. For some, the dream of working in America turns into a nightmare when they are stuck with a boss who abuses their power. So, let's break it down what this means specifically for Indians that are working in the United States. The struggle of H1B visa workers. H1B visa holders are workers who come to the United States to fill jobs that need specialized skills like engineers, doctors, and IT professionals. And according to US Department of Homeland Security, India is the top country with the most H1B visa holders, making up about 70% of all H1B visa holders. But for many of these workers, the experience is not as glamorous as it seems. Take the example of an Indian worker who has been in the US for years building his career. For this particular person, the job started like any other until the work culture became more demanding and controlling. At first, the boss asked for long hours. If you're not working 12 hours a day, you're not doing your job right. Then things escalated. Calls started coming at all hours. Personal time was no longer respected and the boss demanded workers to go for mandatory fitness routine. And it didn't stop there. The boss even forced the employee to return from vacation if needed. Now, one of the hardest things about being an H1B visa holder is that your work status is tied to your job. If you quit or get fired, you have just 60 days to find another job that will sponsor your visa, or you will have to leave the country. For many Indian workers, this means that they have to put up with terrible conditions because they fear of being sent back to India. Imagine working in a country where your future depends on staying with a boss who mistreats you. If you want to leave, you might lose everything: your job, your future, and your life in the US. The fear of losing their visa makes many workers feel trapped. Employers exactly know this fear and use it to control their workers. H1B visa holders are often too scared to speak out about mistreatment because they fear of being deported if they quit. They know that they are stuck in a cycle: either deal with bad condition or risk losing everything that you have worked for. In fact, back in 2019, studies showed that nearly 70% of H1B visa workers reportedly experience workplace abuse or exploitation. Now, many Indian workers feel like they have no other option, no voice, and no way to escape. Meanwhile, the experts argue that H1B visa system needs reform. It should give workers more freedom to leave toxic workplace without the fear of deportation. Right now, many Indian professionals feel forced to choose between enduring abuse or giving up their dream of working in the US. So, in the end, the US promises opportunities, but for many H1B workers, that promises comes at a very high cost. They are stuck in the situation where they either have to endure mistreatment or risk everything that they have built in the United States. Many Indian H1B visa holders are stuck between a rock and hard place. They come to the US to build a better life, but they are often forced to accept poor working conditions because leaving could mean losing everything. It's a system that needs change, and these workers need more protection and freedom to avoid exploitation. For more such interesting videos, do follow TimesXP.